Okay, well, welcome. This is episode 4. This is our literacy promotion episode. And we've got a band here with us, and they're going to tell us about something that inspires them, what they think is either a good book, movie, video, CD, or something like that, what they think you guys should hear about and pay attention to. So, who are you guys?
We are Table13. You slay dragons. You saw that in the earlier episodes. Brian.
I'm Steven.
I'm John.
All right. So, is John the new guy in the band? Didn't you have somebody else here before?
Oh, no. Ryan's just out, he went off to run some reconnaissance, locating some dragons, make sure the coast was clear for things. So,
just kind of here to fill in the empty seats.
John's here, yes.
All right.
He's real good at taking up space.
Excellent. So tell us, you guys have something you want to promote as far as literacy goes?
Well, we're big fans of the book, A Hero of Our Time by Mikhail Lermontov. Actually, I had to read it in high school, and I thought it was going to be terrible, but it wasn't. So reading is good.
Yeah.
And it basically takes like everything that was wrong with 18th century Russia and crams it into one character, and it makes you read about his life. So it kind of...
Except the only bad thing.
No mention of dragons, that is true. Really, that is a big...
It's a key part to society.
It is. They really influence the way everything works together. But it makes you question society, not so much dragons, but at least gets you starting questioning on society, whether the cultural values really are the values you should have. And we think that's pretty important because our band's kind of out there to get kids to really question who they are, maybe make some important life decisions, maybe go out, slay some dragons after getting our leadership in aid, of course. Because you don't want people going out there totally unaware of what they're jumping into.
Exactly.
You guys mind if I ask a couple questions?
Go for it.
All right. What's the world going to be like 10 years from now, and how can we be prepared for it, especially in relation to literacy?
Well, that all depends on whether we're reading the right books or not. See, for instance, right now, dragons are kind of on the DL, for instance, because there are people like us who have really tried to put them down and keep them out of the public eye and keep them from causing problems. And if people can keep reading books like, say, Dragon books. I'm sure they exist. They're in the Silmarillion, The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. Read those. There's some important social themes in there, but even more important than those social themes and ideas of personal character, the fact that it really gives you an idea of what dragons are. Something you don't see as much in the movies. Except movies like Dragon Slayer. Dragonheart's is a light. Sympathetic dragon. It's not right. But I think in 10 years, if we read the right books, people can be prepared to face the oncoming dragon storm that may be to come. Listen to Dragon Force, they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
However, if we don't, we could be looking at a total dragon holocaust. Just wouldn't be healthy.
Yeah.
Okay. Why should anyone spend time reading when there are so many other distractions that could occupy their time?
No idea. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, that's a better way of learning than, for some people anyway, than watching movies or anything like that, because some people are more of the reading type of learners instead of video, audio type of learners.
Furthermore, a lot of writers are less subjected to cultural censorship since they're able to work on it alone. In film, you often have subjected to certain biases, of course writing is too. But it's also known that dragons are illiterate, so they're able to just write out what they want to write. They can write what they want to write about dragons. In a movie, it's harder to do. That's why I come up with movies like Dragonheart and The Never-Ending Story, where you have these really friendly dragons. Writers are able to write what they think. That's important.
Okay. Do you think music should be taught in school, like reading, math, and science?
Music?
Yeah.
Heck
Definitely.
yeah.
Like old bardic songs are important. The kind minstrels used to sing when they were following knights around. See that in a lot of historical movies and historical works like the Monty Python Quest for the Holy Grail. You see that minstrels have gone down really as far down in history It's forever. A lot of people try and tell you that's fiction. They show me that, but I don't buy it. I mean, look at the realism in that. So yeah, music should definitely be taught. It's an important part of culture. It's something that ties all people together under a universal language.
Yeah, it kind of influences people more than like anything else.
Yeah, like
lyrics and such.
What's the worst book, movie, or CD ever made?
Great Expectations.
Ooh. Oh, snap.
Getting the IV course.
Take that, Charles Dickens.
Okay, we can go on CDs, huh?
It's because you got paid by the word.
Let's see. Wow, that was a bad CD.
Anything made by the White Stripes?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, why?
Oh, snap. We just burned Charles Dickens and the White Stripes in one question.
Exactly. That's what
Let's face it. They need a bass player. The guitar and the drums, which arguably aren't drums, but someone pretending that they can play a 4-beat
or the
is
Mars
just not cutting
filter.
it. Ooh,
The
take
Mars
that,
filter is
frog.
horrible. And they have that, I don't know, they had that music video where they were like in hell playing guitars. It was weird. Yeah, it was pretty,
Alright, so we've got some prog rock, we've got White Stripes, we've got Charles Dickens. Are there any other really popular things that we want to like just bash into the ground? We wouldn't say anything bad about Walker, Texas Ranger though, because we do fear Chuck Norris.
is amazing.
We've fought alongside of him. It's a little known fact, he's actually a Dragon Slayer. That's how we got so darn strong. So we don't talk anything bad about him. But alright, so we bashed Sylvester Stallone, major cinema icon.
Yep.
White Stripes, progressive metal.
We got it all.
Alright, we bashed everything popular. Next.
Okay. This is my last question for you guys. How do you know that Ryan didn't go over to the dragon side? I mean, he's not here, right?
Well, one has to... That would seem like an extremely good question, but when you understand the real vehement hatred you have between dragons and people like us, they would never even accept a traitor. Actually, at one point, this is kind of in common history with the history of Dragon Slayers and the history of dragons. Ryan dated a dragon's daughter. A lot of people don't realize this, but female dragons, very attractive. See them in cheerleading.
Exactly.
FSU hires a lot of them. University of Michigan. You even see some of them at smaller private schools. Not mine though.
We have no idea just how many are.
There are a ton of them out there. So anyway,
and their scales are so pretty that
they
you never know.
Beautiful scales.
They have makeup on. It covers it up.
Carmen,
Blush.
girlfriend.
Carmen Electra, Keira Knightley,
Exactly.
both really dragons. But you look at their scales and you're like, wow, that's beautiful.
So you're actually saying that an Oscar could go to
a
the
dragon.
dragon's daughter?
That is the extent
And we'd have
to
to
which
kill it on stage.
Is this breaking news here? This is breaking news.
Yes.
Right?
This is.
Okay. And anything else you guys want to say before we wrap this up?
Oh yeah, we are actually pretty tired. We went to his dorm.
Yes.
We had a show last night in Orlando, and we went to his dorm on Friday, and the floor is lava.
I'm in the middle of a 7-day-long game of the floor is lava.
There are lava demons everywhere.
Six of my fellow roommates have already touched the floor and become lava demons. So you keep them in your.
You have to ride
prayers.
skateboards across the hall.
And wish us luck.
Chairs.
Can't touch the floor.
The guys from, I don't really want to mention his name here, but the guys from Embracing Life, are they lava demons? Or they?
No one cares about them, so.
No one really cares.
Rob, look, I'm Rob. Oh,
Fat. You're fat.
That's right.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy, we didn't think it was possible, seeing as he was a robot. But yeah, he went into the lava.
His
And
batteries actually died.
He's a lava demon. In fact, right out there, there's one of our fellow survivors.
Come on in.
Why don't you come on in here, Rob? You come on in. You come on in here, Rob. Why don't you tell us? Some people question how the floor became lava.
Who is this guy?
This is Rob.
Rob
from
Embracing Life.
Yes, the best band in the world.
Embracing.
Yeah, not really.
So,
Oh,
hey. Anyway, some people question how the floor became lava. Well, I'll tell you. Forest fires produce a lot of lava.
Yes.
Don't they, Rob?
Do they?
Well, there you have it.
All right.
He didn't even need to answer.
Yeah.
He knows it's true.
Wow. Maybe he knows what happened to Ryan.